Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Just a bit of a maintenance update really for the FTP Vantage. Those of you that have watched the channel for a while know that I visited Harworth Tyres a few months ago now to get the rear tyres changed over from the original Pirelli P0s that came with the car from factory, and I switched to Michelin Pilot Sport 4Ss, which I've been really happy with. But I kept the fronts as the original P0s as the tread depth was really good, albeit they were getting quite old now, a bit like me. I always intended to get the front tyres changed as well, again to Michelin's from the Pirellis, in time for when I make my trip across Europe and ending up in Austria to celebrate the Aston Martin Owners Club 90th anniversary, which is happening in September. So I've decided to go back to Harworth Tyres because they can offer so much more of a saving. So that's where I'm going, and I thought I'd take you along with me. So yeah, I think I'm going to feel a lot happier when there's a new set of tyres on each corner. So I'm looking forward to going to see the team back at Harworth Tyres.
As you can see on this map, Harworth Tyres are just off the A1M in South Yorkshire, approximately 27 miles from Sheffield town centre and around an hour from where I live.
Yeah, so 40 grams out on the inside of the tyre, 15 on the outside.
Wow.
So it tells you exactly where to put them. These are the ones we're going to use.
Right, so these stripped ones here.
Yeah, so we stripped all the old weights off.
Yeah.
And then we put fresh new weights on.
And is that normal? Do you see that
Yeah,
discrepancy? That's just like...
yeah, that's completely normal.
And these are different weights, are they?
Yeah, so those are the black ones that we're using. We use these silver ones, but the black ones are...
So you can just peel these off
Yeah.
to whatever you want.
Exactly that, yeah. So
Just good to see. See that little laser thing there?
Yeah.
So that tells you exactly where
exactly
to put the weight.
Yeah.
So that's now just seeing whether that's going to be 0, 0. There you go, perfectly balanced. So I'm back at Max Car Care in York and I brought the Aston. So a couple of days ago I got the front tyres changed
to Michelin's Pilot Sport 4S's. So that's done and ready, which is really good. But now is chapter 2. I'm going to hand it over to Nick for the rest of the week, and we're going to just walk around the car, and it's going to just remind us what we've agreed to be done, the work to be done, which includes sort of frontal PPF. But first of all, it needs a good clean. And Nick's right there.
Hello.
Nick, good to see you again. So thanks again very much for your help last time, because it came second. And I've just, off camera, we've just spoken about it could have been
So
first.
close.
So close,
Half a
yeah.
point.
So that's not about your work. That's down to me leaving things on the car that shouldn't have been there. But anyway, we're back now, and I'm really looking forward to this next bit because we're doing a bit of PPF on the car.
Yes.
But first of all, I was at Mallory Park yesterday, so it is a bit dirty. So sorry I haven't returned it in a
Fine. They
in
all
a
get
good
cleaned
state.
anyway, from top to bottom when we're doing PPF. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's a process that you can't skip steps. It
yeah,
has to be cleaned. The smallest bit of dirt will creep out of a crevice and get
yeah.
under the film and ruin it. So
So I'm really looking forward to this because, like I've said before, every time I go for a drive, I'll try and keep it clean as much as I can, and I often see sort of little marks. So it's going to put my mind at rest. So we're going to go for the full frontal PPF, aren't we?
yes, extended front end. So that's bonnet, bumper, splitter, lights, wing mirrors, A-pillars, and sills. And then we're also going to do a bit round the rear arch where the factory PPF has got a bit pitted. We're going to take that off and
Yeah.
replace that. So yeah, it'll be pretty well protected. The frontal aspect where you get the stone chips
Yeah,
is going to be really well protected by Suntech PPF.
yeah,
So hopefully that's the end of you getting any stone chips.
yeah. No, that's brilliant. And then I can bring it back here for sort of maintenance now and again, can't I?
With the CarPro ceramics that are on it, I mean, you can look after it yourself, or you can bring it back to us sort of once every 6 to 12 months, depending obviously on how you use it. It's not your daily car, so it might go 12 months without a top up.
Yeah.
So
No, absolutely. And we were talking, weren't we, about this patch of PPF
yes,
that the manufacturer does, and on Aston Martins they put this. Hang on, let me just turn the camera around. They put this PPF patch here to save it from the stone chips that get flown from the front wheel, and this is pitted. And actually, it was one of the areas that I was a bit concerned of around the Concours at the Aston Martin Owners Club Concours that I entered, because that did look quite marked, and you're going to peel that off. But there is a risk to that, isn't there?
yeah. I mean, you use steam, which as you can see, I've done that last week and managed to get a massive blister on my finger. But you use a steam cleaner basically to warm the adhesive up,
Yeah.
and then gently pull the film away. You never peel it. You gently pull it away from the film bit by bit. Get your fingers behind it.
Yeah.
But obviously, if that's had, if it's been put on too soon after the car was painted, or if it's gone over a smart repair, if it's aftermarket, even if it's had a repair in the dealership, 'cause some new cars, it
Yeah.
does happen. They get marked in transit. It can sometimes, it's very rare, pull the paint, which we always say to people, look, we can't tell how well adhered the paint is to the primer underneath. We can measure the thickness
Yeah.
with a paint depth gauge, but we can't say how well that's stuck on. But as I say, it is rare, and as long as you follow the steps, you should be able to get it.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Yeah, I know you're going to be really careful anyway, so you're going to do your best.
Yes.
Okay, so how long do you need it for with a job like this?
3 to 4 days to make sure it's
Yeah.
absolutely right, because the thing is, you can put the film on,
Yeah,
but you use a slip solution to put it on, which is obviously very slick.
yeah,
And that, if you're tucking it under, let's say, obviously, the PPF will tuck around the edges.
Yeah.
If you're doing that, you can't do that straight away because it's too wet. So you've got to let it dry. So sometimes I'll give it 3 or 4 hours to just dry out.
Yeah.
And be doing something else, and then I'll come back to areas and tap them down to make sure that it's, absolutely bang on. And then I like to leave them overnight, and then I go around with a heat gun and treat all the edges
Just
to
make sure.
make sure that it's not going to lift.
And that's a big old sort of panel, isn't it?
It's a 72-inch piece of film that goes on there. It's about 350 odd pounds worth of just material,
Wow.
just on the bonnet on one of these. They're they're a big old beast.
Is that one of the biggest sort of bonnets
Yes.
that you do?
Yeah, there's a few cars. I think the Ferrari Purosangue is also 72-inch.
Is it?
There's a few cars these days that are coming out that have got
They get bigger.
massive bonnets.
I went to Goodwood Festival of Speed, and I went in to see the Jag concept car
Oh yeah.
for the first time.
Is it Type 00 they call it?
I'll reserve my judgment on what I think of that for the
Yeah.
purpose of this video, but the size of that bonnet was probably twice the size of this. I
don't
can't
know if
imagine
there's a piece of
PPF in that.
would do
Yeah.
that, to be honest.
I mean, the
It's,
cars just seem to be getting bigger and bigger, don't
they
they?
do. They really do.
I think that's about it, so I'll leave it in your very capable hands, and I'm going to be very excited to receive a phone call and with you saying it's ready, and I'll be down to see the final result, and I'll obviously share that with the viewers. So Nick, thanks again, and I'll see you in a few days.
Yep.
Whilst Nick started on the car, I called a taxi to York so I could catch a train home. However, I did pop in to see an old friend beforehand.
A morning framed by golden sunlight.
I remember seeing this as a little boy. Went over the hill, and this was pulling into a station. It's great to see it again now.
Never wanting this to end, singing in the car and then our destination's here. Never wanting this to end, everything in perfect plan. Now let's ride. High expectations, great winds are blowing. When we go out to catch the waves, let it carry you, carry you. Let it carry you, carry you. A story we will remember forever. Carry you, carry you. Let it carry you, carry you. A story we will remember forever. Oh, the glory, salty season of magical breeze. Never wanting this to end, singing in the car and then our destination's here. Never wanting this to end, everything in perfect plan. Now let's ride. High expectations, great winds are blowing. When we go out to catch the waves, let it carry you, carry you. Let it carry you, carry you. Let it carry you, carry you. Let it carry you, carry you.
Just all the glue residue to get off. One side down. So that is the glue from the previous PPF. As you can see, there's patches of the paint underneath that I've managed to get it off. But this, it's all sticky. That's clean. That's the paint. So it's left a really thick residue of glue on this side, which I'm going to remove now. But that'll add a fair bit of time to the job. So that's the joys of removing PPF sometimes, especially lower quality PPF. So currently on with the most joyous task ever in the history of the world. So the PPF has left behind a really thick layer of glue. Only on this side. The other side came off pretty easily. This side though has taken off. Well, it's taken the PPF off, but it's left behind this really thick, I'm hoping you can see that, really thick layer of glue. So I'm having to now just soften it with tar and adhesive remover and then rub my finger across it like so, which, yeah, kind of get a bit of friction burn on the end of your fingers, but sort of using my finger as almost like a rasp to pull it up with. And I've got to go all the way down to here, because that's all glue. So that's another joyous task, and all part of PPF that people don't always see.
Carry you, carry you.
So we're going to have a go at getting rid of the residue from the factory PPF on the Aston. As you can see, I've got my head torch on so I can see exactly what I'm doing. We're going to try, we've tried normal autoglym tire and adhesive remover, we've tried putting it on and leaving it sat with paper towels to hold the tire and adhesive remover against it. We've tried rubbing it with our fingers, which just resulted in horrible blisters. So yeah, final resort is it's another adhesive remover. It's a stronger adhesive remover by a company called Metamark, this one. My friend Matt at Messy Graphics is a sign writer. He's very kindly sorted me some of this and said try it. Hopefully it doesn't soften the paint. It can, but we've tried every other avenue before sort of going to this one. So we've just got to see how it works really, and see if it takes the adhesive off. So let's see how this goes. As you can see, it is slowly but surely coming off. I'm using a little scraper blade, which will scratch the paint slightly, so I'm going to polish this area back up. But it is doing the job of now getting the softened glue off the car's paintwork, and it's not taken any of the paint with it, which is great news. So good product. Thank you to Matt at Messy Graphics for recommending it. It's doing the job. Awful gloopy, far too strong an adhesive to be using on PPF. That PPF should be, you know, easy to remove. It should be a case of steaming it, getting it hot and being able to remove it. After all, that's the point of PPF. It's designed to be removable if it gets damaged, not leave behind an absolutely god-awful mess on the paintwork that then requires 2 hours of faffing around, including getting the film off. It took me 25 minutes to just get this one section off this side, and then obviously doing this has taken me another sort of 15, 20, maybe slightly longer actually. I haven't finished yet. And then I've obviously got to polish it up before I actually do anything with it. So yeah, it's added a lot of time to the job that really I wasn't expecting. And this is the reason, or one of the many reasons, you don't go with cheap PPF. Time to heat treat the edges. This basically prevents the film from lifting. It sears the glue effectively on the edges of the film, seals it to the paintwork, makes it a lot stronger against water and any other debris getting underneath. So use a heat gun, about 300 degrees at the tip, and yeah, go along every edge. Make sure that it's nicely bonded. Car's now all PPF'd, full front end, sills, A-pillars, wing mirrors, rear arches, all PPF'd. So we're now going to apply a product called CarPro Dite, which is specifically designed to go on plastics and PPF. It bonds to the surface better than normal ceramic. It's more flexible, gives the hydrophobic properties that obviously the rest of the car has got, because we've already machine polished and ceramic coated that prior. Hopefully in the washing part of the video you've seen how well it beads off, so obviously we want the PPF to have those properties as well. So that's where this comes in. You could use normal ceramic, don't get me wrong. It will work, it just doesn't last as long because normal ceramics are much harder. They don't have the flexibility, and that basically breaks the bond between the PPF and the ceramic will fail sooner than it would on paint, where it can permeate into the actual lacquer. So that's the reason why they brought out D-Lite. That's why it lasts better, it's more flexible. So yeah, I'm going to coat just going to wipe down the top of this, it's got a bit of crystallisation on it, but I'm going to coat the whole, every bit of PPF I'm going to coat with this stuff, so it's nice and beady when he comes to wash it, and Dan washes it.
Far away another day. simple things will come my way. It'd be worth it, stay with me. They will drag us in the dirt, say the things to make us hurt, but I'll never give you up. Burning with love, it will never go away. I will protect you always. Burning with love, that will never go away. I will protect.
Right. Look at that. It is absolutely stunning. I bet that was hard, Nick, wasn't it?
Yeah, the bonnet on
The bonnet.
Big piece of film.
I mean, look at it.
And I've ceramicked over the top of the film as well.
Yeah, what a lovely job. Can't tell it's that.
The film doesn't take anything away. People think that it's going to be really thick and take away from this finish, but the films these days are that good. In fact, you can put them over a swirly panel and they will make it perfect.
Yeah.
So
it actually takes out.
Say, I just want the front end doing, and you do the front end with PPF and don't polish the rest of the car, and
Yeah.
then it really shows up the rest of it. But those are the bits I bulked as well. I made those by hand, so to speak.
Right.
But yeah, they've come out all right.
But they will pit it. I mean, that was a
Yeah,
whole
that was
rash
really,
of.
the other side,
on the other side.
that the glue wouldn't come off on.
Yeah, so better explain for the viewers. Just because you phoned me up, didn't you? With we were taking these panels off to replace them because they did their job. They were pitted quite badly, so I wanted them replaced. And that side came off fine.
Beautifully, it took me about 2 minutes. Put steam on it, it peeled away, but this side covered in glue, and it took me, well, you can see my hands here. Those are what I did to my fingers, trying to rub it with my hands, and I thought, this isn't going to work.
So you sacrificed your fingers.
Yeah. And I tried tar and adhesive remover, the usual stuff we'd use for taking tar off a car.
Yeah.
That didn't work. I put paper towel soaked in tar and adhesive remover up against it. And the thing that actually worked, it was my friend Matt at Messy Graphics. He said, try this Metamark adhesive remover.
Yeah.
And we put that on it. It is quite aggressive. I mean, on resprayed cars, it can sometimes affect cheap paint. But luckily, this is all factory paint. It did no damage to the paint whatsoever, and it made the glue kind of turn to this glue that I was able to get a scraper on it, scrape it away, polish the panel back up, and then put the
but I
PPF
appreciated
on.
the call because there are risks to this, aren't there?
Yeah, there are. I mean, it's happened to me before where I was taking PPF off a panel and it turns out it had a bed respray, and the paint was more stuck to the PPF than it was, well, the lacquer rather was more stuck to the PPF than it was to the actual colour layer.
But now you can see that is just pristine, just brilliant.
One of the stone chips I've filled and sanded in it had actually gone through the PPF, but you can't
even see it.
Gone.
I can't.
I've filled it, and that
disappeared.
Chipex kit was an absolutely bob-on match.
Yeah, they're amazing, aren't they?
Yeah, they're
what
really,
they can
really
do
good.
now.
So it's come all right, hasn't it?
Oh, it's just stunning. Nick, again, you've done a fantastic job.
You've also got our guinea pig. You have
go on.
you're trying a new product called CarPro Blackout on the tyres,
right.
which is a ceramic, like a rubber coating that's meant to last months.
Right.
So I would appreciate your feedback on that.
Okay.
So
no, that's great.
Because I know you look after your car, so let me know how it goes because I'll put that on for you.
Brilliant.
But yeah, overall, I'm pretty pleased with the outcome. And we've done the A-pillars as well. You can see, well, you probably can't see, but they come up level with there. Again, I fitted those in, trimmed them around here, popped them in, just to stop. Well, you can see there's a tiny little mark there where it's already got one, so it's kind of
But
protecting
see,
that
stops
area.
just there, so you can see the line.
There,
but
you can see that.
it's all
Sorry, there's a little
protected
bit of
there.
water. That mark. I thought I'd gone around and got all the little bits because obviously putting it on, I could end up covering the car virtually in water because I'm spraying slip and solutions and hot water around. So it's quite a messy job, and then you have to go around at the end and clean up.
Oh, it just looks stunning. It looks as good, if not better.
And those bits down there, I filled those with the Chipex kit again. And
these two
those and
scuffs.
machined them up.
We were talking about these.
Yeah, you can see them because they've actually gone into, because it's plastic. It's gouged into the plastic, but it was white before.
I can't.
So I filled them and sanded it.
I mean, I know because they're there. But you're hard pushed, and I mean, it could be a forever car for me. This, so I mean, that's so much better than what it was. I mean, Nick, it just looks stunning.
It doesn't really matter what I think of it at the end of the day.
It's just stunning. Yeah. And you've done the headlights as well, haven't you?
the
So they're
headlights,
protected as
I've
well.
actually filmed that, and I actually turned to the camera and said, I wish it was all that easy. Literally from start to finish, they take me about a minute to do because they are just a perfect
Fit around there.
drop in, and it's so easy. Whereas the bonnet was like probably an hour and a half, 2 hours just to get the bonnet in because you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to machine the entire front end to take the ceramic we put on last time off because obviously the ceramic repels the adhesive. I actually had to machine onto here, onto the door, because you stretch the film, it comes to about here, and you stretch it forward down onto the front and then sideways. But because the arches are kind of part of the bonnet on these, you've got to get it round and then stretch it in the right directions to get it to go round this curve and then trim it in. And if you get that wrong, well, that piece is about £350 of the film, so you don't want to mess that up. So yeah, it's 72 inches by about, I think it's 84, 85 inches across.
It is a huge space,
It's
isn't
huge.
it?
And the pattern, you can do it. I have seen people do it in 3 pieces where this is one piece, this is another, but then you've got a joint, and if the film shrinks back, it starts to open up. I've seen a Ferrari Purasangu with that, and it looks okay, but it's just not as neat as a full.
Yeah. No, that looks stunning.
So.
And the badge, does that get covered on?
No. The pattern has the cutout for the badge here.
Yeah. So it goes round the badge.
Yeah, you go around it, use that as your kind of centre point, and then move everything out from there and round, and stretch it out, and then you can cut the patterns with the parking sensors in. But I've got a really neat little tool. I might have filmed that actually. That goes on and it circular cuts them out. Right. So. Yeah,
it's looking
and
brilliant.
The splitter's all done, and what I call the moustache, the top part of the splitter. So yeah, it's
beautiful. Well done, mate. That's absolutely fantastic, as I knew it would be. So maintaining it now, what would your advice be now to
decent snow foam? Spray that all over it.
Yeah.
Let that dwell. Rinse that off. Obviously with your wheels, something like CarPro Iron X to get the deposits off, or even Valet Pro Bilberry wheel cleaner. And then 2 buckets with CarPro Reset shampoo, panel by panel, wash it down, rinse it, and then we use a DeWalt leaf blow and blow dry it. That's it. It's quite boring to have a ceramic car. There's no kind of polishing and rubbing wax in. It's really sort of straightforward and simple.
And if there's a damage on one little bit, say I get a stone chip that's particularly nasty here, I could bring it back to give you a call, bring it back to you, and now we can
take it off. And underneath, fingers crossed, as long as it hasn't gone through the film, which this film is a thicker film, and there's a lot of PPF out there. Yeah. And this is what's called 7mm thick, which is an American measurement. It's 7,000th of an inch. Yeah. There's a lot of 4 and 5mm films out there, which I've had my car PPF, but it's like, is it actually going to do its job? Yeah. When a stone hits it at a combined, if you're doing 60 miles an hour and someone's doing 60 in front of you and kicks it back, that's a combined impact of 120 miles an hour. That's where it's got to really do its thing. And the Suntech PPF is strong. It is strong.
So would you say, I mean, I know there's lots of brands out there, but would you say this is one of the best, which is why you use it?
Yeah. I've spoken to a lot of people. I did a lot of research when I was getting into PPF years ago, and Suntech kept getting mentioned, and they're constantly upgrading it and changing it. And I've used it on a lot of cars. I've seen it in action. Yeah. I have had cars come back and for example, I had a guy with a Porsche that got hit by a car on a ferry. Yeah. And he was thinking he was going to have to get his wing resprayed. Took the film off, 0 damage to the paint, and that saved him having to get it resprayed at Porsche. And the piece of film was considerably cheaper than that. Took that off, cleaned the adhesive off, new piece on. So it does do. It's incredibly tough. It's a lot stronger for something so thin. Yeah, it's a lot stronger than you'd think. Yeah, it's quite impressive.
Has this PPF that you've used on my car, has that got some elements of self-healing to it?
Yeah. So it's not instant self-healing. It's always a trade-off with PPF. So instant self-healing PPF, everybody goes, oh, look, it just instantly, you put hot water on it and it just heals instantly. The downside of that is because that top layer is self-healing, it's softer. So over time, it can absorb dirt microscopically into the actual layer, and then it yellows. Right. So there's a constant trade-off, and you can get different levels. Don't get me wrong; some techniques doesn't help self-healing, but there is always a trade-off to what you're doing. Whereas this Suntech, it's called CAP. It's their sort of main PPF. Yeah. That does self-heal, but you've got to give it quite a lot of heat. Like this car here. Got washed badly once, and I couldn't understand why the non-PPF areas were swirled, but the PPF areas weren't. and it had been out in the sun, and that's when I started digging into it and finding out that
Yeah.
actually it does self-heal a lot more slowly than the instant stuff.
Right.
So
if that happens, and I think it needs a bit of, I'll give you a call.
yeah,
If it needs a bit
hot
of
water, I have seen Graham from Suntech. He was here once, and his car had got bird paw over it. I washed it off, it had etched all the PPF, and he literally just got a heat gun, went round, and it just disappeared before my
Wow.
eyes. It's good stuff. It does do what it says it's going to do.
And this is lovely as well. This is yours, isn't it? Or one of yours?
Yes, yeah.
Your
I
TVRs.
share this one with my dad. This is my Chimera.
Beautiful.
4.5. It's actually a 4.6 technically. But yeah, it's just come back from an engine rebuild after the lifters exited stage left on me. So full engine rebuild and
it runs good?
oh yeah. I mean, it's 335 horsepower, which I mean standard about 260, so it's considerably more than a standard one. But my dad's had it since 2009, so he's had it 16 years, and he did bits to it. And then when I took part ownership, everything was 50%. Everything was cheaper.
Yeah.
So we started doing more and more stuff to it, and it's ended up being it's never going anywhere.
Yeah.
So
it's a keeper.
yes, absolutely. It's a great car. To be fair.
Yeah, and I love the dash, the interiors on these. The dash is so unique, isn't it?
Yeah.
And their layout.
Walnut on this one.
Lovely. Well,
Yeah.
cheers, Nick. Well, I
Yes.
suppose we'll get it out and fight my way through traffic
Yeah, you can
and leave
go
you
fight
to
me
your
on
own
traffic.
devices. But you'd be pleased to get rid of me because you've done a lot of work on this now, haven't you?
No, it was a pleasure.
Had it all week.
As I say, and it's you can tell you look after it as well. It's always nice to work on cars that are looked after.
Yeah,
properly.
it just looks stunning. And there we have it. Nick's done a great job, as you can see. I'm so pleased with it. I've just been over it again in the light, out here in the, well, it's a bit overcast now, out in the daylight, and it is just pristine. So yeah, if you live local to York, or you're willing to travel, I'll leave Nick's details in the description below, Max Car Care. Look him up, he'll do a fantastic job for you. I mean, I've driven it a lot. It's now done 22,373 miles. So, you know, to have PPF put over some of the blemishes that Nick's got rid of, I would say 99% of them, it just looks pristine. So I am absolutely chuffed. Yeah, look Nick up. Details in the description below. And as Nick has spoken to me about the aftercare, I'm going to pop back here in about a month's time, if I can make it and my calendar allows. About a month, 6 weeks time, just so he can look over the car and make sure it all still looks how it should look. Yeah, I'll film that as well. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. What do you think? Are you in line for PPF in your car? Yeah, I'd be interested to know your thoughts. And if you haven't already, please subscribe because there's plenty more videos to come. In actual fact, this is what's coming next. See you on the next one.
Burning with love, it will never